In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Norway to launch my latest novel, Doña Maria. And it's actually been about 10 years since I've written about Cuba. It's not that I haven't wanted to write about Cuba, it's just that I really needed to wait to find a subject and a theme, or rather to have that subject find me, that I could really wrap my head around and my heart around. And that happened for me several years ago, actually. And that's when I first learned about the movement called the Ladies in White. The Ladies in White are an amazing group of women in Cuba who are standing up for what they believe in. They're risking themselves, and they're making a difference. They're calling for peace, full change, democracy, and human rights. And they came together as a group when their husbands and brothers and sons were imprisoned by the Castro government for expressing their thoughts and their beliefs about how the society could evolve economically and socially and politically to be a stronger and more just society for everyone. But because of that, and because the government in Cuba doesn't tolerate dissension of any kind, they were imprisoned. About 75 people were taken during what is called the Cuban Black Spring. And many of them were imprisoned for over 20 years, simply for expressing what they thought was true and right, and for having a sense of hopefulness about the future. And the Ladies in White came together to protest their imprisonment, but it has grown into so much more since then. Now they're calling for change all over the country and for human rights for everyone. And so this is what inspired the novel Doña Maria. As with all of my novels, it is a story about family. And in this case, a family that is struggling to survive during post-revolutionary times, in current times in Cuba. As is true for so many families, everyone in the family has a different idea about what survival needs, and a differing definition of freedom. But through it all, they are helping each other find a voice for change. When I wrote my first novel, Broken Paradise in English, or Drømhjerte in Norwegian, it was about loss and grief, a family that's struggling with changing everything they know about their lives, and trying to find something new, and just dealing with the sadness of the devastation of their country and changes that they don't understand. Doña Maria is a story about finding your voice and being able to speak out for what you know is true in your heart, and essentially reclaiming what has been taken from you. And I wrote it as a tribute, not just to the Ladies in White, but to all of the people in Cuba who are really taking that chance to speak out for what they believe in. And I hope that you will have time to read it, and most especially if you do, that you will let me know what you think. Thank you so much.